Nom nom. Drift car confirmed. Steve. She needs a bit of a haircut at some point. Massive, massive wang. Mate, that's cool, isn't it? It's hot. Good morning, you absolute lovelies. Welcome back to another cheeky little monkey episode. As you guys probably saw in the last M3 video, the lovelies at Hack Engineering did quite a few little bits to this, making her a ripe 550 horsepower. When I came back from Hack Engineering, the heavens actually opened, which was pretty interesting, but yeah, you guys probably couldn't get a really good idea of how fast the car now is, because there was obviously limited traction. Today I'm going to be heading up to the farm. I thought I'd bring you guys along with me. We go for a little drive in the BMW. I can show you the performance benefits, how quickly the tyres are probably likely to disappear, and check out what the boys are doing at the farm. I'm actually heading off to Germany on Sunday. I'm taking my van and my extremely nom-nom Ryan James race sport trailer. We're going to be going to see Vanessa and picking up her Nissan Silvia S14. It still has a few little bits that need to be finished, and then we're going to be going up to Fensport to get the car mapped. It should net about 380, 400 horsepower. She's running a bigger turbo, a set of Tommy cams, bigger injectors, a Niz-Tune ECU, which is going to be temporary because obviously we're going to get a lovely ECU Master full standalone on board. Fair play to Vanessa, the car is really, really sick, and a lot of you have been saying on Instagram and on Facebook you'd love to kind of see her progressing with the car, doing a little bit of a sort of a mini series. I'm quite keen to get her drifting as well. She is a really, really good driver. I've spent quite a bit of time with her now, and I can tell you 100% she is full Jonetta. It's around 10 hours each way. It's about 7 hours to Vanessa, including the ferry. I'm going on the ferry this time, not on the train, because the ferry's a little bit cheaper. I'll be heading over on Sunday. I'll arrive at Vanessa sort of very late in the morning, and then Monday we'll go and pick the car up. Then Tuesday we'll head back with the car on board the Ryan James trailer, and I'll actually be bringing Vanessa with me, which is really, really cool. She's going to come and experience England for the first time. She's never actually been here before. I'll be taking you guys along for the journey. Like I said, Vanessa's never been on camera before, so we'll do a little bit of camera work with her, but I want to try and sort of get her comfortable with it first, and then we'll start doing a series with her car, which I hope you guys are really, really going to enjoy. Hopefully you'll be sticking around to watch her progress with her absolutely bad boy S14. Anyway, enough jibber jabber for now. Once we get some open roads, I'll get John out of the boot, I'll swap over, and we'll show you what this bad boy can do. Oh, Jesus Christ! She is fruity! You can tell when the car's getting fast because it starts to move my camera mount when John accelerates. 100% we're going to need a tyre sponsor pretty quickly because I don't get these tyres very long at all. Oh, she lights those rears up real easy now. I've also got brand new t-shirts now in stock. These are really, really sick. Dug It Master editions. You got big Dug It Master logo on the back with a cheeky little Proper Legit logo at the bottom. Flaming monkey head on the front, which looks proper pimp. Nice little details like the purple labelling in there. These are really, really sick. Like I said a million times, ring spun cotton. They are the best quality you're going to buy. If you're buying Ralph Lauren or Tommy Hilfiger, stop buying that crap because it's all made in a sweatshop, and start investing in this British made goodness. Another very sick t-shirt, the Monky London FFS John, complete with police cars, police helicopter, which did actually happen, and the very famous BAT Nom Nom. Cheeky little details on the back, like the yellow Proper Legit logo, and then I've got all of this in blue as well on the front. To do all these different colours, and to have all this colour on the front, there's about 5 or 6 colours in this t-shirt alone. They do cost me an absolute fortune. Hopefully you guys are realising now I'm really here obviously to make a bit of profit so we can kind of pay for the Duggets, but at the same time I want to give you guys the best stuff. All this ink sits on top of the t-shirt now, so they're really built to last. You know, you can wash them and wash them and wash them, and they'll still look minty fresh in a few years time. Yes, you can go and buy a t-shirt for 15 or 20 quid at a market or Primani or whatever, but they won't last like these t-shirts will. So you'll probably end up buying 5 t-shirts in the space of a year, whereas this will actually last you for a few years, or a good 3 or 4 years I reckon. Check out my website when you get 5 and do a buy. Sometimes the M3 thinks you're having a crash. when you do a little dugget, or when John does a little dugget, and it quite literally starts to close the windows and tighten your seatbelts. I'm just going to pop to my favourite sandwich shop, the same one that we always go to in the car reviews.
A few moments later.
Had a very nice sandwich. Buckland's Deli for the absolute win. Make sure you check him out on the Facebook page. John will do a little launch just to show you the pure performance of the hack engineering skills. No doubt many spinning tyres. Fucking hell, man. Drift car confirmed. She absolutely rips. I mean, before it was probably about 480, 500 horsepower, but just that extra 50, 60 horsepower, you can really, really feel it. Absolutely intoxicating, this car. I can't wait to see what it's like with 700 horsepower. If you guys could do me a massive favour and follow the little turbo company, Litco Turbos. I'm going to chuck their Instagram down here. We need to get them a little bit of a following, and I'm pretty sure they'll kind of get on board and give us a bit of a hand getting this car up to 700 horsepower. But yeah, even at 550 now, it is proper sick. I'll get John to do a cheeky little dugget with the windows open. Hopefully it's not too windy, so you guys can really hear how sick this car actually sounds. Every time, man, it shuts the fucking window. Stop it, BMW. John is in control of the vehicle, I'll have you know. Probably should get John to stop doing that, because he's going to need to replace the tyres very soon. If we've got any tyre sponsors out there, like big companies like Toyo, Yokohama, Nankang, if anyone wants to get on board with the channel, please let me know. It's costing me an arm and a leg every time John destroys the tyres. I think next we might just put some budgets on it for a little bit of fun, a little bit of a slipperoo action. God, man, the fucking torque, it's literally rips. There are more controlled ways of accelerating. We are kind of accentuating, if that's a word, the acceleration and the sort of sliding capability. But yeah, if you moderate the throttle a bit more, you can get much better acceleration. But where's the fun in that when you can literally go sideways everywhere? Next up, we're going to be doing a set of IBAC lowering springs. They're 25mm progressive and matched for the stock dampers as well, so it won't make the ride crashy, just a tiny bit lower, and just give it a little bit more road holding capabilities. We're also going to do 10mm spacers on the front, 15mm on the back, just to bring the wheels a little bit more tucked into the arches and just to widen the car a tiny bit. Then hopefully we can get Litco on board, do the turbos. We've got the crank hub capture plate at the moment, but the guys at Hack Engineering saying if we go 700 horsepower, we'll do the full crank hub replacement. I think that's pretty much about it. We might do a set of like carbon fibre intakes and stuff, but mad to think, isn't it? If you just do some hybrid turbos, change the spark plugs, change the filters and get rid of the primary cats, you can run near on 700 horsepower. After that, we can maybe consider going to 1,000 horsepower and changing the turbo for sort of a big top mount spoolie boy, and possibly go and speak to Mike Walton at Walton Fabrication. He's the guy that supplied my manifold for my S15. He's one of the best fabricators out there when it comes to things like manifolds and exhaust work. One of the reasons my S15 sounds absolutely so sick. But yeah, we can possibly speak to Mike and look at getting a custom manifold made for this and see kind of what power we can run. Anyway, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves at the moment. I'm going to enjoy the 550 for a little bit, and then maybe in the next sort of few weeks or the next month we'll look at doing the hybrid turbos, going 700, and then see what happens from there. A few of you guys were asking me in the comment section what settings I was running on the M modes, and on the suspension I always run it in Sport Plus because I kind of like the sort of more rigid ride. You could argue when you're in comfort mode you probably get a bit more traction from the back because the suspension's a bit softer, but I find it a little bit too wobbly when you're kind of on the limit. In the gearbox mode I run it in S2, which I believe is one below the top setting because I find it a little bit less thumpy. On the steering I run comfort, which I find sort of gives it the most natural feeling steering. I think that's it, isn't it? Wow, what a bike, man, that sounded savage. On the engine mode I run it in Sport Plus as mode, and then on M2 I also run it in manual but on S1, which is kind of like the slushiest setting, so you've still got control of the paddles but it's nice and smooth. I run the steering again on comfort, and I run the suspension on comfort as well, just to give it a nice sort of supple ride. I'm also going to be doing the brake upgrade as well. I'm going to be running the EBC front floating rotor, so the 2-piece disc, and I'll be changing out to EBC front and rear pads as well. So yeah, big shout out to EBC. I'm looking forward to getting those bits on the car as well. Jamesy, you buy that off Graham? No way, man. Oh look, Jamesy's just bought the Mark II off Graham. I know a few of you guys were saying in the comment section what's happening with that Mark II. Well, my mate James has just bought it. Mr. Jamesy, he's going to be putting a, so what's it, Mark IV V5 motor?
Mark IV V5, 150 brake with a turbo.
Sick, man. Look at this beast. Yeah, but she needs a bit of a haircut at some point. We've got a few speed holes, but she's lightweight, that's for sure. Yeah. She is cool, man. And original BBSs as well, man. They've got to be worth a pretty penny. What's this at the moment? An 8 valve?
A normal what you'd find in there. So it's stock 188 valve with a carb. So it's the driver version. It's basically the GTI 8 valve engine.
Oh, so it's not actually a GTI this?
No, it's a driver.
It's a driver.
V5 is a derivative of the VR6 with a cylinder missing effectively.
Yeah.
So the early 12 valve VR6 seems to be the stronger one to go for turbocharging, but we'll see.
See what happens.
Yeah.
What kind of power are you expecting? You're always putting turbos on stuff.
300, something like that. I know the bottom ends are good for about 350, so yeah, it depends on how it's mapped and everything really.
Great to see you getting out of the bushes and rescuing it, because it's been sitting up here for quite a while now.
It's been in that bush for about 2 years, I think. Yeah. Flat tyres, covered in crap, you know, looks like a bit of a bush monster really, rather than a river monster. But yeah, it's full of conifer, but yeah, we'll clean it up. The most important thing is it's got a good rust-free fuel cap there. So
yeah. Is that quite a common area?
The common area is it rusts all the way around and it rots out from inside. So you know, things like with window seals and stuff, you can live with that because they've got to come out to be painted anyway. Yeah. So
big love to James, man. Really looking forward to getting this on the channel, bro. We're just going to do a quick little exhaust clip so you guys can hear what she sounds like from the outside now. She's sort of bending a little bit. Funniest thing last night was when I accidentally called you Lynx instead of Lewis.
Lynx England.
If Lynx are watching, please can we try and get Lewis sponsored by Lynx Africa?
Yeah.
Because we can get you a lifetime supply. So
well, this has turned into an actual thing now, isn't it? Like, there's a bit of banter before, but now
I will say that my house does smell like a Weatherspoon's toilet.
it smells fresh as fuck. That's what it smells like, mate.
How are you? Good looking, man.
Yeah, I'm alright, yourself?
Yeah, all good. This is Lewis's lady's car, Mrs. Jenny's. I'll chuck Lewis's Instagram down here. Mr. Mitto, hi.
Hi.
And Jenny's as well. If you want to give him a follow, feel free. Quite a striking beast. Massive, massive wang. Is that because is she trying to make up for the
My loss.
lol? It does look pretty pimp. It's not static, is it? It's on air rides.
On go ride, yeah.
Yeah.
You basically bought it like this as a ex-show car.
Yeah.
It's one of the players, one of the gents that own players, ex-car.
Okay.
Hence why it's got the players' seats.
Oh yeah, airlift performance. Yeah, I got you. I didn't know it's a car made steering wheels. Do they?
Neither did I.
It's one thing I don't recommend is
Fake steering wheels.
yeah, maybe one day big top mount sporty boy.
Yeah. She wants to get a bigger turbo and get it mapped and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
shit.
I'd rather weld it on now instead of just leaving it blowing, having no boost in it. It was so bad.
Yeah, I
had
remember
nothing.
it sounded like a tractor, didn't it?
Yeah, it was awful.
It's really neat and tidy, this car, isn't it? It's got a nice sort of mint green roll cage in it, and you're going to look to maybe change the colour of the cage at some point, aren't you?
Yeah, she wants to put her own little touch on it, so she wants to change the colour of the cage, or she might get a new half cage.
Cage laser. Sorry, very bad cold today.
Yeah, cage laser. Change the face of the wheels, you know, just put a little touch on it, really.
Yeah. Oh, it's got a posh headline. Is this Alcantara? Not standard headlining, is it? All sparkly boy on the old lights as well. Yeah. Quick little look under the old engine bay. External wastegate. I believe it's a 40mm with a cheeky looking screaming pipe coming off the top. Some sort of stainless steel manifold under the heat wrap.
Yeah.
Still got a MAF sensor. Stock core packs.
Yeah, fairly standard at the minute.
What sort of power do you reckon?
270, 280, if that.
How much boost?
12 psi.
Okay. So
maybe not even that much, it'd be like
keeping
250.
It a bit sensible
at the minute, yeah.
Forged front mounted intercooler, oil cooler down there as well. Standard intake manifold, standard injectors and stuff, standard fuel pump. Has that been done?
The fuel pump's uprated, the injectors are standard at the minute.
Apexy filter down there as well.
Yeah.
A few little things like gold heat wrap just to kind of reflect some of those heats from that SR20 goodness. She does drive it quite low, so she sort of raises it up a little bit when she drives it, doesn't she?
Yeah, it raises like, I don't know, an inch, 2 inches, something like that.
Fair man.
And then, but yeah, when it's fully up, it's like 6 inches. So
yeah, it's cool.
you know.
It's nice to see. I know, I mean, a lot of people don't like air ride and stuff, but some people do. But at the end of the day, it's her car. She absolutely loves it, and that's really all that matters at this point.
Well, that's it, yeah.
Eddie! And what are you doing to this, Ed? Service?
Yeah, full service, bonnet cake catches were broken, so fix that.
Yeah.
Aircon, because it's too hot.
Yeah. Quite nice with the black and the old cream interior
Yeah,
as well,
it's
isn't
actually
it?
quite a nice interior.
Yeah. What is this, a 320D?
318D.
318D. Big
Yeah.
respect to you, Ed, man.
Thanks,
Top
man.
BMW mechanic. We're just going to do a quick demonstration before we close the video off, just to show you the magic delights of the air ride.
So you got like preset settings, and then you basically just push. Like that one would be ride height.
Oh yeah, shit. Fucking hell. Yeah. What's that? So that's normal ride height?
Yeah.
Sick, man. That's like 4x4 mode.
Yeah.
You want to go and do some green laning.
Yeah.
And then slam it. Mate, that's cool, isn't it? And no moaning in the comment section. If you don't like air ride, we don't really care. It's not your car, so shut it. Scousey, shit. You're just going to put Scousey. I was trying to find you, but you went to Ryan's.
I just quickly went to Ryan's at the body shop he's got a car that I need to put the intercooler pipe on, but it's in the oven at the moment. It's covered in paper, so I can't even get in there to test it, but it's only tacked in just to see if it's definitely going to fit before I fully weld it.
Yeah.
Otherwise you've got to cut it up again, which is just a pain in the ass.
You're looking fine today, man.
Yep, I'm sweating like a blind lesbian in a fish shop, but Crocs and socks, there's no PC about this.
Oh yeah, dude, you look sexy as fuck, man. Alright, Scousey, love you lots, man. Mr. Luke. Much
geese.
love, brother. I will see you guys en route to Germany on Sunday.
Have you just done the whole video without me?
Yeah. See you guys soon.
Ciao.
Hope you lovelies enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a like, put any comments down below, give it a share and all that malarkey. And yeah, see you soon. Peace.